Hi, this is Chrissy Tobis here, and I have a project for the alleyway stamps I want to share. This is a pop-up card that I made for the February Block Hop, and it was using a couple new sets, and I want to show you how I created it. So I have this little template that I use. I'll put all the measurements on my blog, and basically I just kind of measure it out. I think I went like a ½ inch in from each side. I'll figure out what it was and put the exact measurements on my blog so you can check it out. That's harvestmoonpapery.blogspot.com. And I use this as my pop-up card template. So all I did was I trimmed it. You can kind of see at the top there. So I basically trim a card and then I just cut into where those little slits are. I'm doing that right there. And then it's kind of like a pre-made pop-up card. I make sure that the slits are they have to be pretty perfect, because otherwise when you fold it and pop it out it's lopsided, so you want to make sure that they're the same. And I'm just measuring to make sure that the length of the slits are the same, and then you just take it and you push it in from the outside and pull it a little bit, then you fold it down and boom, there's your pop-up. It's so easy. And obviously you're going to have to cover that up, but that's the basic idea of it. So I had cut some paper from this Dear Lizzie collection, Lucky Charm, and that's going to be my outside. And you just need that to cover up that little slit there. And then the inside, I cut out this cute hot air balloon from Lighter Than Air. And I thought it was just perfect because that cardstock has a hot air balloon on it, and then have one on the inside, right? So that'd be really cute. And then I'm going to use a sentiment. This is from Speakeasy, which is a February release. And I thought it would be fun to use one of these. So I'm just going to peel that off and stamp it in Memento black ink. Lining it up here. And that's my Memento Tuxedo Black. And I just wanted to show up. I always test my stuff first, just to make sure. The last thing I want to do is have to like recut a card or recut anything. The hot air balloon was also colored in with Spectrum Noir markers, and then it was just fussy cut. So it was really simple to do. I'm going to use a little cloud. This is from the Enchanted set. That was a January release for the alleyway stamps. It's one of my favorite sets ever. So I'm just going to add a few clouds up at the top after I clean off the stamp. I'm very particular about keeping my stamps clean. So here I'm going to stamp some clouds up in the sky. And I'm using some Hero Art Shadow inks. I didn't use these for a while. I test them and then it just wouldn't look good, but I didn't realize that it takes a little while for it to kind of like dry on the paper to look crisp and clear. You know, it was like kind of mottled when I first would stamp it. So it just takes a few minutes for it to kind of dry up, and then it's okay. So I'm just going to stamp a couple clouds in here. So when you open up the card, there's more than just the sentiment and the image. And that's good there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere that after I clean off my stamp, of course. Like I said, I'm particular about cleaning my stuff. And that's good, because then, you know, your stamps last longer. You don't want to ruin anything. I also added a few hearts from the same set. Just needed something. So I'm using more Hero Art Shadow ink here. I think this one's called Pale Tomato. Oh, no, wait, I changed my mind. Memento Ladybug. That is kind of like my go-to red for some reason. I have little labels on the side of all of my inks, so that way I can see the color before I stamp, because sometimes, you know, the stickers on the top aren't exactly, you know, what you think that they should be. So I printed out these little labels, and then I just inked them all up so I can kind of see before I stamp ahead of time what it's going to look like. There's nothing worse than going ahead and stamping something and then realizing it's not what you want. I'm just going to use some adhesive on there. It's real simple. And like as I'm adhering it, I'm also going to, kind of test the fold and make sure that it's okay. And there we go. So when you open it, that pops up like that. Looks good. I'm going to adhere this on too. And this was really simple because the outside was just pattern paper. There wasn't much to it. I kind of felt like I needed something else. So, sequins fix everything. And those are sequins by, I think it's Making Memories. And here I'm just kind of deciding, like, what should I do? Maybe I'll put some washi tape on there. I kind of felt like it needed something else. I just wasn't sure what it was. And that's my little washi tape dispenser. I found that at Costco. It was such a deal because it came with the dispenser and like tons of washi from We Are Memory Keepers. So I had the cloud washi, but it didn't match, so I decided on this black. I thought that it'd be kind of fun. You can see sometimes I change my mind a lot when I don't know which direction I'm going. So there we go, peeling off the washi. Makes it a simple fix for like when you don't know what to do, I guess you can say. And I'll put some there. And the nice thing too is if you put it on crooked or something, it'll come right back up because it's repositionable, right? And again, I can't make up my mind for the sequins. Sometimes I'm indecisive, but I'm a Libra, so I'm allowed to be. And this is what I use to put my sequins on cards. They're just like the perfect size for sequins. It's from Xyron, I think. Okay. There, I'm more satisfied with that now. I do, I put some washi in the inside of the card as well, just to kind of carry it through. There we go. Trim that off there. Voila. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the front. I use this Crafter's Companion adhesive. It's pretty darn sticky, so it's a good thing. It's a bad thing sometimes because if I screw up, then I can't peel it off, but it's a good thing because things actually stick. I can't tell you how many times I made cards before and stuff would fall off, and it was so frustrating. And if you want to cover up that on the back too, you can, so that way no one knows your pop-up secret, but for this particular card I didn't cover anything. So there you go. You can kind of see. Thanks for stopping by. I'll have all the details on my blog, harvestmoonpapery.com, and on the Alleyways stamps will be a sample as well. Thanks!